Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the FODL. That's right, this is the FODL First Online Dart League, the best place to watch darts on Twitch, because really is the only place to watch darts on Twitch. I think there are actual other people who cast darts on Twitch. 90% of those are just the direct feeds of the PDC. So we don't talk about those. The other ones are people actually practicing darts. But if you want to see a competitive online darts league playing against each other on Twitch, this is the place to be. It's the FODL, and we're here with another edition of Darts Night on Twitch weeknights, Monday through Thursday. That's right, all 4 days, starting around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. My name is the music hard cuts. My name, of course, is Dylan, aka Dilly Dilly, aka the quintessential voice of the FODL, here to bring you all of the sheepy action tonight. Sheepy. Sheep. Why sheep? Dylan, aka Dilly Dilly, aka the quintessential. Well, it's because it's BA. B-A-A. That's right, B Division to start us off and finishing in 2 A Division matches. BA, that's what the sound that sheeps make. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. For those who didn't know. That's my spiel. I don't know what I'm doing. So you can hear the BA in the background. Watame approves. All right, let's just see who's playing first, huh? How about that? And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The first matchup this evening, the B Division matchup. It's gonna be Bud the Chud versus Radar. A great match. I'm excited for this one. Some old friends, as in they're friends and they're old. Bud the Chud, hailing from Christiansburg, Virginia. Last season finish was 10th in the FODL B, and FODL B he did manage to keep himself in, as he had to face some C members to keep him, if I remember right. I think that's how that worked. Could be wrong. He throws with those 22-gram target Martel Gen 2s. And of course, hashtag Charmy. You know, back when we would have like 50 or 60 people watching a stream, that happened once. The Charmy came. The Charmy has since disbanded. The war chest was emptied, and they were getting no fun, so they went back to their peasantries. Radar, his opponent, hailing from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Last season finish was 7th in the FODL B. I think that put him in no man's land. Yep. And so he did absolutely nothing. So boring. 22-gram designer Patriot X's are the darts that he throws. And of course, hashtag Radar Love. I'm told that's a song. I haven't listened to it myself. Let's look at the standings. NFG, guys. It's an NFG night tonight. It's been an NFG day. Here are the B standings as they stand. Bud the Chud sitting in 6th with 62 points, tied with Pepe Lay, who sits in a spot above him technically because he has one leg won more than him. So the tiebreaker goes to the most legs won. So Bud the Chud sitting in 6th instead of 5th. Radar in 8th. 54 points. Same situation, tied with Repat, but with a leg loss. But he has a match in hand on the one above him. Radar currently sitting in that BC playoff zone at the top of it, trying to get himself out. Obviously trying to get him in those AB playoffs and not have a repeat of the no man's land, which is that white area where nothing is happening. Bud the Chud, obviously, with 2 matches behind Pepe Lay, could just jump right up there. Should be no problem. 2 points behind DJ Mike Hughes, who sits in 4th with a match in hand, so it could be an easy jump there. And honestly, 9 behind Cali Kid, doable. All very doable, even tonight. I mean, they play 8 legs, right? That's FODL B. They get 16 if they sweep the opponent. We've seen sweeps before. We might see another one tonight in the second match. Let's look at the schedule real quick, as here are... That's not the right game week. I didn't scroll at all. I don't even remember. Is this floating?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. Here's the floating game week. They're one of 3 matches yet to be played, 2 of which are already going to be played tonight. 7 mark, 3.18 MPR. Deadhead got both of those in the cricket. 24 dart leg by Pepe Lay with the 93 checkout as well. And then there's a highest 501 throw. Looks like a ton 40. Those are the possible game. The bonus points that can be earned or set or regardless. Regardless? That's not the right word. Let's look at the stats. See if I can do this real quick. Cricket. Bud the Chud, 14th overall, 2.28. Radar, 25th overall. A whole 11 positions back, 2.08. 0.2. That's the only difference for 11 ranked position difference. Miss percentages in the 40s. Triple and Bull, pretty equal. 5 mark, though, goes to Bud the Chud. But 7 mark, Radar able to get some of those. Both of them winning half the legs that they've played in cricket. 501, where it was 0.2 in cricket, it's just 2. Roughly in 501, Bud the Chud, 12th overall, 52.36. Radar, about 51. It is about 51, so I guess 1.5 really is the closer one. But both incredibly close in the averages. First 9s, though, Bud the Chud with a nice 64. First 9, Radar's only a 55. Averaging finish, though, Radar's wheelhouse. But God, look at the ton pluses. 13% for Bud the Chud against Radar 7. He's also got more ton 40s. And has won more than half the legs in 501. So favor to Bud the Chud in both, but by very small margins. Let's bring it over to the split view. Let me turn my players up. I know you guys could already hear them previously, but now you'll hear them a little bit louder. Players. Perfect. Players, are you ready to get your floating game week 2 matchup underway?
Let's do it.
Bam, all right, we got it. I got it. You guys got it. Your dad's GF just shared a gift sub. Very nice. Bud the Chud is on the left. Radar is on the right. B Division, 8 legs. Starting off with cricket, Bud the Chud has the darts in hand. Game on.
Hey, shoot him well, Bud.
Sportsmanship and jinxing. One of them owes the other a Coke. A great start, though, for Bud the Chud. Second dart finds the treble, and we are underway. Radar going to find just a single. The second finding the treble 3. So he does find a treble, not the one he wants. But yeah, it says your dad's gift 1 tier sub 1 to the community. To Mandalay86. Congratulations, Mandalay86. Your dad's GF, thank you for sending, gifting the sub. Bud the Chud going to put points on the board, a single 20 and a single 19 to start the wedge.
Just 2.
Oh, I couldn't tell where the second landed. Must have just stayed in the single. 2 19s will close it. But Bud the Chud's going to close the 19 right after. Cannot find the 18. Goes low. Radar forced to move. Unable to point off the 19. Great second.
4.
Does manage to find 4 18s with a beautiful second dart into the treble. Third one went high. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. A 7 mark for Bud the Chud. That third is just on the wire of the treble 18. That would have been a 9. But he does find 6 20s. Jumps up in the lead by massive points.
5.
Radar, though, is still going to find the treble 5 18s himself to keep him close. And he does find the third into the treble 20. And both these players are currently 3 MPR and higher. Yo-Yo Dad says, back to JMU days, the student school's the teacher tonight.
Oh, shit. Just 1.
Well, I said that. And then Radar throws a single 18, stays behind by 74.
Oh, come on. Just 1 8.
Oh, but just a single 18. Bud the Chud unable to close.
Miss.
But speaking of not being able, being a closer, Radar misses all 3 darts, given an opportunity Opportunity squandered, but the Chud will hit a double 18 to close the wedge. Start on the 17s. Only finds a single. Your dad's GF says, Dilly just screaming made my cat jump. My bad. My mic's been picking me up pretty loudly. I'm trying to adjust as I talk. Beautiful second. Unfortunate third. Just the treble. No points. DJ confirming your dad's GF is not Rascal. So he says there's two 17s from Bud the Chud. Well, what if I told you your dad's GF has a conspiracy corner? There's a treble 16. Great start to the wedge for Radar. 5 16s, continues to battle, puts him only 42 points behind. Oh, wow, that's just next to the treble. Only 2 16s, so Radar take the chance. Barboy earlier said big FODL B implications tonight. You know, with this match, he said that before I explained it, so he gets the win on that one. There's a single 16, so does not take the lead, as Bud the Chud will take the close and gets a single 15. Barbo says solid leg. Yes, both players playing very well. Mid to upper twos, start off strong. A little slower here as the troubles begin to wane.
3.
Yeah, just 3 15s. We'll close it. Gonna have to hope Bud the Chud gets some misses. Which he does. He misses 2 of the darts there and then goes back to 20s to get some extra points. So Radar has to make this opportunity count.
Wow, just 2.
Oh, just 2 15s. Third would have not put him up anyways, but would have just at least been a little bit closer. There's the 2 15s to close, though, from Bud the Chud. Let's see where Radar opts to go. Who goes straight for boom? 16 points behind.
Miss.
Must have locked himself, went up to the 20s, but missed left. You see, up to the top, Slinger wins against Rascal 6-3. Bud the Chud needs 3 bulls. But no, he finds just a single 20 with that third. Just opts to go back, but does force Radar to have to score another bull. As it stands, having a little bit of trouble on the center of the board. There's another miss from Radar. But the Chud, though, is starting to find it.
Just one.
Only finds the single. Back to Radar. That's a good dart.
4.
That's 4 bulls. I couldn't tell if the first one was in the bullseye, but that second one definitely was. Huge turn from Radar to put him 1 away from the point lead. Well, now make it 2 away from the point lead. 5 marks can win this.
Just the 1.
Just the 1. The second and third, those red flighted darts go low. By the Chud won.
Oh, just one.
Oh, he can't find it. He only needed a second, but finds a single bull to put him 1 away. Radar down only by 6. He goes for the hero, but goes just high. A single mark in 20 puts him 19 up. Oh, brutal treble. Oh, he misses bull, but he still gets 4 20s to skyrocket into the lead a little bit.
$120.
Just a single 20 from Radar. Bud the Chud needs the 1 bull. Not too much pressure. He'll find it on the first game. Shot and the leg to Bud the Chud. Holds the throw after the battle that Radar pushed him through. We'll see how Radar decides to answer here in the second lead. He'll have the darts. Game on.
4.
Could be a great third. It is. That third found the treble on the right side, just in the corner. 420s to start blazing it. There's 3 19s from Bud the Chud. As I said earlier, if you didn't notice up there at the top, Slinger, Shando Slinger beats Rascal 6-3. And their A division matchup. Pretty good matchup.
2 20s.
So good for them. There's 2 20s, and that is all. As I put, replace the match up there with the Liberty, with the Liberty Fires Gazpacho match, as Pepe Le would say. It's gazpacho, by the way. There's 2 19s from Bud the Chud. Gazpacho up 3-1 against Liberty Fires. Liberty Fires on a 32. There's a 1-1, 120, 119. So keeping that point lead, trying to start that 19 wedge. But there is a great treble from Bud the Chud. 4 19s. Takes a turn, takes the point lead, up by 34.
Four 20s.
And a great third from Radar. Answers back with 4 20s of his own.
Just 2.
Just the 2 for Bud the Chud. Keeps him down.
Two 19s.
There's a nice double there. Closes the 19s for Radar, but no 20s. As Bud the Chud heads for 18s, gets 3 around the treble, but does manage to close. See where Radar opts to go. He's going to go straight for it. Well,
3 20s.
he misses the first low into the treble 4. Hits a treble 20, makes up for it. Third goes into the 1, but he decided to go for the wedge, up by 8. But the Chud only going to find a single 18, down by 50. We're at our huge advantage.
Three 18s.
And he does manage to get that third one in there. The close of 18s by Radar keeps the lead, forces Bud to move. And a big third dart treble 17 from Bud the Chud. Does not take the point lead, but edges him 16 away. That means 117 would put him there. That's the math, ladies and gentlemen. Just a single 17, though, from Radar. And a miss on the 20s keeps him back.
Jeez, just
I shouldn't
1.
say keeps him back, but gives Bud the Chud a chance to come back is what I meant to say. Which he does only get the single 1, so puts him up by a single point, but Radar's going to immediately change that with a treble 20. Gets the close of 17 as well. 5 mark from Radar, and has been devastating on the treble 20s, but Bud the Chud treble 16. And only the treble 16, he'll manage to close the wedge. But Radar does it with his first as well. And might have been heading for bulls there with the last 2. Missed high and low. Bud the Chud had to move, goes to 15, gets a single. See what Radar decides to do? I think he was aiming for the center. This time he'll go for the 15, find a treble with the first. Goes now for the bull. Does manage to find a bullseye with the third to put a 1 away. If that second dart had found the green, he would have taken the leg there. But the Chud now can only score on the bulls. He does manage to get 2, but Radar 1 away.
Wow.
Oh, all around it. Nothing found. Back to Bud. Oh, he might have found 2. Oh, oh yeah, he does find 2. Close and get some points. He's still behind. Radar still needs the 1, and he'll find it with a bullseye. Game shot in the leg to Radar. Comes back and ties up The cricket portion 1-1. If he had done on that previous throw, he could have maybe kept a 3.0, but a 2.8 is held. We go to the 501 portion. Bud the Chud will have the darts in hand. Game on. John Bro says, what a perfect goal.
30.
30. From Bud the Chud.
$54.
Who does manage to find a treble 5, 54 to start for Radar. There's a nice ton. Oh, yeah, a ton from Bud the Chud. For some reason, I said no as he put in the score as if I read it differently. But I was right the first time. That is a ton from Bud the Chud.
45.
And a 45 from Radar. DJ, I know you're making a reference to a show, but I'm gonna deny that one word. There's a nice Shanghai from Bud the Chud. I don't want that word in my chat, DJ. And a huge first 9 for Bud the Chud. 83.
Sorry.
In the meantime, Radar's going to throw a breakfast. As I channeled my inner Slappy Pappy for that one. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. That was our first official breakfast of the match. And we here at the FODL always ask an official breakfast question to you, the audience. And a big turn from Radar. Ton 34. 2 treble 19 cover shots. Great throw from him. And I'll have to ask the breakfast question next leg. Haha, got him, because Bud the Chud sets him up on a finish of 164. So Radar looks to put himself there.
32.
32 is not going to do it. Bud the Chud with a chance, 164. And it's off. Of course, when I said has a chance, I meant doesn't. Radar back at 210.
Oh.
38. Yeah, just next door on those trebles, Bud the Chud, 110. It's off again.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, and just 27 scored, finding a 2 there instead of that treble 15 he was aiming for. Radar back at 172. And he'll put himself on a finish. And a nice
100.
ton will put him at 72, and the pressure now suddenly on Bud the Chud at 83. Bullseye.
Ooh.
Goes high, does manage to find a 12, leaves him 38, but Radar sits at 72. Can he take it?
Oh, you.
No! He needed just one more 16 to leave tops. He'll find a trouble there with the last to leave him 8.
First start.
But it won't matter. Bud the Chud finds a double 19 with his first game shot. And the leg to Bud the Chud. Radar missed opportunity there. Radar will have the darts here to start. Game on. So I had the chance to come back and steal. Ended up missing. Gave Bud the Chud the 1 dart chance he needed. And he took
49.
it. 49 to start. There's a treble 3 just next door. I'm a Dilly on one more time before I ask the breakfast question that we had in the last leg. Breakfast. That's a meal. You usually eat in the mornings,
43.
but really, it just means to break your fast, which means if you fast, you eat. You break in the fast. It usually comes from the fast of nighttime. I don't know its origin. Have I told you guys I'm in a mood today? Breakfast. If you could just
27.
if you could just slather yourself in a breakfast, just jump in a pool of some breakfast item. Maybe not a pool, but a bath, so you don't like drown. And just have breakfast layered on top of your body. There's a ton from Bud the Chud. What would it be? What would you want to be covered in? Breakfast-wise. I think I would just waffles. Waffles and syrup. That syrup's going to be real sticky. But the waffles will layer on each other, so I don't have to eat the ones directly on my body. I can do the ones, it's like stacks, like Eggos. They stack. That's the breakfast question. It's Wednesday. Let's know your answer in the chat. There's a ton from Radar. He liked the end of that breakfast question. He's back in this leg.
43.
And a 43 from Bud the Chud. Put him at 224, so both players could put themselves on a finish with a good treble found in these throws.
God damn it.
But no good treble was found with that one. Just 30 scored. Bud the Chud at 224. 3 good darts could put him there. And he'll use 2 good darts and a third great one. Ton scored for Bud the Chud. Puts him at 124. He's on a finish. Radar back at 226.
God. 40.
Blame it because I was talking. There's 40 scored outside Bud the Chud 124. And it's off. He'll just score a 40 answer. But he'll have darts to return as Liberty Fires ties up 3-3. Big comeback for Liberty Fires. And a big
100.
third dart from Radar. A ton. Similar to last leg, but Bud the Chud at 84. Bullseye. Oh, goes into the green. 25 remains for Bud the Chud, but again, went for the bullseye. Got a little bit closer this time. Radar 86. He's got a shot at the bullseye as well. Looks like he manages to at least hit the 14. Leaves him 36. Bud the Chud at 25. 2-8. Just inside with the third. Gives Radar 3 darts looking for double 18. Inside.
No.
Oh, is that just
2 left.
above? It is just in the corner. Was a helpful miss or lucky miss, but just a miss on the double 2 inside. Bud the Chud, double 2.
Jesus.
He goes all low on the wire. Just cresting it. Radar needs the madhouse.
Third dart.
And the third finds it. Game shot in the leg to Radar. Goes back and forth, back and forth. Both players have held their throw. That was a close one. He might have even used a marker with that one. I think I heard it slightly deflect off those 2 up top, but manages to hit it. Bud the Chud now will have the darts. Game on, but now tied 2-2. Great throwing. As I say that, great throw. 85 score to start for Bud the Chud. Yeah, shout out to Liberty Fires tying Gaspacho there up at the top, and I'll put that away now.
21.
There's a 21. If you're of legal drinking age wherever it is you reside, not where you're from, but where you're living currently, go ahead and take a swig. The nearest beverage, that's a ton 40. I was saying beverage and I saw the dart and got a little tongue-tied.
God, 66.
66. Had a great trouble there. Did not really get some good follow-up. Speaking of follow-up, see if there's any answers to the breakfast questions. That could be an 81. It is from Bud the Chud at 102. First 9. What is happening? Your SGF said, I'm not going to answer this breakfast question. This is bait.
9.
I would never. There's 9. Or as he said it, 9. And a great third dart from Bud the Chud has hit a treble every turn. Puts him at 114 after 12.
30.
Just a 30 from Radar. Bud the Chud, 114. It's off.
Oh, that's not what I want.
Oh, I can't tell where that. Oh, hit a 5. Left one 71. It was off after that second dart, though. Need a treble.
$45.
Only a 45 from Radar. No pressure here. Tops.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, he needed tops. Shakes it so low, hits the treble to bust. Radar's back at 330, though.
Come on, what are you doing? 31.
And with that throw, no harm, no foul. Back to Bud the Chud at 71. Redo. Same route, look for tops. This time he goes just a bit outside, but still left with tops with darts to return.
$97.
As DeGrubs gifts a tier 1 sub to Misses the Law. A big cover shot, 97. Bud the Chud tops. Walking it down. Walked it down too low. Hits the 5 with the third. Radar at 202. Could put himself in a position to put pressure.
It's not going to do it.
Breakfast, not going to do it. Bud the Chud, 35.
God.
Oh, wow. Hits a double with the first. Double 12. Goes outside. Radar still sitting out. 176.
$30.
30. Does put him on a finish. 146. Bud the Chud going to bust, I believe. Hits the double 10 just next door. Radar 146. And it's off.
$46.
It's left with 100. Bud the Chud still looking for double 12. Inside. Wow, Bud the Chud has had many darts here in Double Land. Radar 100.
$28.
Only got to score 28. However, leave him 72. Bud the Chud 12. Inside. Just outside the basement.
Can't do it.
And he
Dart.
finds it with a third. Game shot in the leg to Radar. The break of throw. And now we finally have a game of darts, ladies and gentlemen. Bud the Chud failing. Fail of the week. Idiot. There on that leg. And Radar coming back to steal after a rough start. Radar will have the darts in hand. Game on. I didn't mean that, Bud. Only kind of, though.
31.
And a 31. 85, though, to start for Bud the Chud. Whoa, he ripped those darts out. Yoda Jamie, you guys also, Bud, he did mean it.
60.
And a 60.
Oops.
He entered in a miss.
Fat fingers.
Speaking of miss, Bud the Chud misses with the first scooter zip. Find a treble though with the third, so makes it up and scores an 80. Radar will put in his 60. And yeah, I want to pay mention again. DeGrubs gifting a sub. It went to Mrs. Law, so congratulations, Mrs. Law. You didn't read that wrong though. They have gifted a total of 87 subs in this channel.
48.
87. I'll let you guys do the math. There's 48 from Radar.
45.
And a 45 from Bud the Chud. There are definitely some reactions though when Radar checked that out. Poggers! Poggers, dude, says King Rodge 10. DJ Mikey's
81.
darts, man. Oh, I'm not seeing the darts yet.
I'll refresh.
36.
TY, there's 36. This Radar's camera comes back.
Whoa.
Oh,
30.
30 scored from Radar. Start though for both of these players here in this leg. Unknown was like, that's crazy.
45.
Oh my God. A 140.
Oh, there was another match. There's a ton 40. The sweat was on for Radar just below. Look at it.
58.
I didn't realize there was a match going on, by the way. Rascal DeGrubs up top right. Radar 111. It's off.
56 left.
There's 56 remaining here. The 16 would last. But the Chud 152. It's on. Oh, first art was true. The second just above. 92 score though leaves 60. Radar 56. Rascal.
Third dart.
Finds it with a third. There it is. Game shot in the leg to Radar in a true break. Breaks then holds, and Radar jumps up 4-2 over Bud the Chud. Big turn of events here for Radar. Bud the Chud needs to win the next two to tie it up. So there's only 8 legs in B. Who have the darts? Game on. Great first. Well, we had one dart in the perfect 9. 98 score for Bud the Chud. Singer said, I told you. I'll be honest, I didn't see the code, and I kept thinking you guys were talking about the match you just had, and I was very confused. I didn't realize he was
125.
just mass playing his darts. There's a ton 25 from Radar again, finding great trebles. It is starting to really turn things on here. There's a 60 from Bud the Chud. DeGrubs had just won that last leg, 5-0 to Red Rascal.
$44.
And for that fourth dart to come in. 44 scored from Radar.
45.
Oh, I just realized I never answered the breakfast. Or I read the breakfast questions. Your dad said it wasn't going to answer. DJ Mike Q says Little Grill biscuits and groovy gravy. I don't know what groovy gravy is.
45.
And that was the only answer we got. Oh, Yoda JMU said pile of pancakes. You could just nap after eating. It's like little pillows. 81 from Bud the Chud. Wake up, boom, more pancakes. Well, I'm glad everyone liked that breakfast question. All 2 of you answered.
76.
76 scored for Radar, finding a treble 5, treble 20, and then a 1. With the last start, there's a great. And he scores ton 39, I believe. He does. Big darts for Bud the Chud, setting him up at 78. The first 2 beautiful darts into the treble 20.
Oh, what are you doing? God, you do that. $29.
It's a huge cleanup, but only finds a 19. 29 score. Bud the Chud 78. Misses into the 5. Doesn't either hit the 15. Doesn't either hit the 15. You know what I meant to say. 45 remains for Bud. Radar at 182.
Wow. 22.
Oh, just a 22. He does manage to get himself on a finish, but Bud at 45. And he finds it with the first attempt. Game shot in the leg to Bud the Chud to answer back with a little 20 darter. A good turn to put us in the last leg. Radar has the darts. Game on. As Yoda JMU says, nice comeback leg. See if Radar can win the match. Will it end in a tie?
45.
In a way, this is a last leg decider to see if it ties. There's a 45 from Radar.
Well,
And a 30 to start from Bud the Chud. Not his usual start, as we've seen these past few legs.
90.
90. All troubles found. Treble 5, but does find a treble 20 with a third. 90. And there's a treble from Bud the Chud. Third dark is a little, just a little right. 81 scored. But trouble's now being found by these players. See if they can keep them going.
$58.
And a 58 from Radar. DJ again making that reference to that show where they mentioned Kim Kardashian. 45 for Bud the Chud. Apparently Yoda JMU struggling to resubscribe with Prime. By the way, if you have Prime,
58.
feel free to use it on us. Or use it on anyone you want. It's free. You can give it to anybody you want. It helps them out. Doesn't have to be us. But it should be someone. There's a 41 for Bud the Chud. Radar at 250. Trouble found could put him. More, just 44 scored. Bud the Chud struggling a little bit and only found that one treble, and so far has not kept the darts consistent. As I say, finds a solid 60. Wow, is it just next door?
39.
It was 39 from Radar. We'll put him at 167. But look on that dart, was on the wire. Great start for Bud. Keeps him strong. Ton scored. Puts him at 144. Radar 167. And it's off. Just 41 as Bud the Chud sits at 144. And it's off. Had a great first dart. 80 scored. Unfortunately, won't find the one. Radar, 126.
You suck.
Oh, wow. It's off.
God.
28 score. Leaves 98. Bud the Chud, 64. Wow, he won. He almost busted. He found the treble 16, needed the double 8, almost at the double 16. Hits a single 8 there to leave 8.
God, 28.
Jesus.
Whoa, just next door. I think that's his third time finding a next door double. Busted. Bust. Radar 70.
50.
Keeps it, drags along the flight, keeps it inside, leaves the rascal. Bud the Chud at 8. And he'll tie it up with the first game. Shot in the leg. The Radar goes, no, I won the win. But they end up tying. As a Yo-Yo Dad had thought to say, the student will best the teacher or whatever. Turns out they're about equal. End up tying there in the end. At the end, so we go to the post-game interviews. We'll go to whoever's first as we see Bud the Chud casting from a posh prison. Bud, we'll start off with you. Coming into this matchup, obviously, Radar, a friend of the beginnings of the FODL, with you towards the beginnings, have played against each other frequently. Coming into this match, where did you expect things to go? Did you expect it to be the back and forth like it was, or did you think it would be more one-sided?
Yeah, no, I actually kind of was thinking in my head like a 4-4 tie would probably be where it ended up, and it's just, like Radar always puts a tough battle on me. It's kind of a back and forth, and like even when I feel like I'm taking a comfortable lead or whatever, I know he's right on my tail and he's gonna capitalize, and he did in a couple situations. So I'm lucky to sneak out with a 4-4 tie, because you saw what happened there in that leg of 501 where I started to drop and he broke. So I'm happy with the 4-4. I wish I could have done better, but it was a good battle. It's a lot of fun. I love playing Rob, so it was fun.
No, I mean it was definitely close the entire time. It was exciting for us to watch. Let's talk on that. Oh man, I just completely blanked. I was gonna say something. Oh wow! Second leg of cricket came down very close to the wire. You had a good pushback. You need just a couple more bulls, and you're throwing them pretty well. The leg before, not as consistently there on that second leg. Talk to it.
Yeah, and that's something where like when you hold the darts, it's super beneficial. You get to jump out to those early leads if you're throwing well, and that's kind of what happened. I mean, it's just Rob's got the 20s open, and he can always go back and pound a few more, and that's what I did to him in the first leg. So if you force your opponent to start throwing at bulls to catch up, I mean that's a tough position to be in, and that's where I was. So I couldn't catch up in the first leg. Going back to the first leg, though, I mean, Rob was pushing me with those bulls. So if it just kind of depends on the player. But if you can open up those 20s right away, I mean, that's really where it is. And that's what happened to me in the second leg. Like, I can't fight at bulls all day. It's just I'm not consistent enough yet. So I wasn't surprised for him to take that leg.
Well, let's talk about the mental game. So holding throw, hold, break. Then he holds. You're now down by 2. What is going through your mind at this point? He is up at 4. You're at 2. You've just lost 3 in a row.
Yeah, it's one of those things like where the mental game can make it or break it, and I've really been, I think I've been pretty good about keeping my wits with me for my entire darts career. I can get frustrated, but I really try to just move on to the next leg, and I'm scoring well enough that I can put myself in positions to win every leg, and so that calms me down quite a bit. I mean, you saw the leg that I completely folded, and that's just embarrassing to have the lead you have and then fold it and lose. And you have 2 options after that. You can quit, or you can forget it, go on to the next one. Like, those legs happen, and so it sucks, and I should have had it, but I got to go on to the next one. And if you see, like, my first 9 is like I'm throwing like in the 70s, my first 9. So I know that I can give myself opportunities. I just have to capitalize on them. So going down 4-2 is tough. You got to, because it's do or die at that point. But you just brush it off. You go to the next leg. I'm scoring well enough that I can put myself into position the next leg to win, and that's what I did. So I just got to brush it off.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely spoke to your mental strength there and your ability to do that after losing like you did with a clear advantage to come back and tie it up. Let's talk about the next one. Tomorrow, actually, you find yourself against Madhouse.
Mm-hmm.
What is he positioned right now? Double check there. At the bottom of FODL B right now, has not had a great season so far, but we know that Madhouse can throw very well when he does. What's your preparations there? Where do you see that match going? Do you think you'll find a Madhouse that we've seen before, or will it be the one he's been playing so far?
Man, I don't know. And you're right. You said it. Like this, we know that this isn't a normal place for him to sit at the bottom like that. He can throw. It just kind of depends on who you get. So I'm prepared, I think, either way. You know, if he's going to let me have 8 legs, sweet, I'll take him. But if he wants to put up a fight, I think I'm in position now to put up some fights. I'm feeling really good about my throw. I feel consistent. Like I said, my first 9 is around 70. I just, you know, clean up a couple doubles. I don't know if that'll fix itself by tomorrow, but I'll definitely be in position to fight. So I feel good. I feel good about where I'm at. And, you know, I'd love to take 8. So that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, to make up for the 4 you lost here. Bud the Chud. I don't know why I said that. Bud the Chud, great darts tonight and a great comeback to tie it up 4-4. And good luck to you on the next one.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you casting Tripleheader tonight. I know you hate doing it. So
I hate it.
But it was great. Thanks. Rob, love playing.
It's the worst. Thank you, Bud the Chud.
Nice shooting, Chud.
As I go over to Radar. Radar, the hair slicked back. Let's talk to you about the darts. We're just jump right to it. Up 4-2. 1-3 on the row. You break that throw, hold it. What happened?
I mean, I just didn't. I mean, I felt like outside of cricket, I think I had one like decent leg of 501, and then the rest were just kind of all over the place. Like that first leg, you know, I chased down to put some pressure on, but I also had a bunch of like 20 scores too. So I mean, yeah, I got the ton 34 to get me back in it, and then it was like 28, 22, and then another like 100 to get under 100. That was kind of just how it was all night. It was just pretty inconsistent. And even going on that stretch of run a 3, that break came in that leg that I had no business winning, where he was on a finish and I was still above 300. So the scoring, I felt like the scoring wasn't really there tonight. I don't know what my first 9 was. I don't think it was very good. So I didn't give myself a whole lot of good starts. But yeah, I got bailed out by able to find a couple doubles from nowhere. But yeah, I'm pretty fortunate. I was pretty fortunate, I think, to be up 4-2. So disappointed I couldn't get a 5th one and get a win, because that's pretty much what I was looking for. But I know Chud's been throwing well. I've been throwing better. It just didn't show tonight.
Yeah, there were definitely some hit or miss, a fair amount of misses there. When you do have a leg like that where it's just not going your way and your opponent seems to be throwing in a fantastic lead, to come back, just keep throwing and manage to take the double. What goes through your mind leading into that next leg when a leg like that happens and it goes in your favor?
Obviously it's a good feeling, because I was like, oh, all right, that's pretty cool. But then he pretty much punched me right in the face immediately with that 20 darter. So that glory was short-lived. So it was just at that point getting ready for the next leg. I knew I had the darts in hand to get it started, but again, I couldn't get off to a good start in really any of the legs, and I felt like I was chasing the whole time. And you know, the times I was able to get a shot at double were the times that I was able to convert some leg wins. And when he didn't give me a shot at double, I obviously didn't win the leg, because I wasn't really all that close to him. I didn't feel.
It was there was big turns. It would get you back up. But definitely there was a lot of smaller ones that would kind of keep you back. But you did manage to get some of those. You still managed to get a 4 legs 1, ended up in a tie. You don't got much time to your next match. It's actually right after this. Not much you can do to change, but sort of where you expect it to go, as right after this, you're jumping into a match against Toaster.
Yeah, well, I got some time to work on some stuff, you know, all of about 30 seconds. So we'll probably get it sorted out before then. And I guess I'll just have to settle, because what I wanted to do tonight was get at least 12 leg wins. So I guess I have to sweep Toaster. So I'll get that 30 seconds of practice in, and I'll go ahead and do that.
Well, that's all you can do, Radar. Good luck to you. Congratulations on managing to get the 4. You know, still some good darts regardless, some good ones thrown, and good luck to you in about 30 seconds.
Hey, thanks, Dilly. And real quick, before we get off air, obviously I'm wearing the 180 shirt tonight. I didn't get one. I thought I did. It kind of deflected down, but it made me sad. But again, with the Quarantine Cup Saturday, anonymous donor matching the first 50 entrants inspired me to match the first 30. So that's $300, and I'm throwing $10 for every 180 thrown. So come out Saturday, throw good darts, and spend my money for a good cause going to Feeding America.
There you go. Awesome, Radar. Awesome that you're doing that and matching the stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard him. We'll talk about the Quarantine Cup, but again, big stuff there, Radar, and thanks so much for doing the matching for that.
Cheers.
$10 as well for every 180. Radar, Bud the Chud, thank you guys again.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
We go here over to the standings. Let's throw on some quick background music and end this Discord call. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We ended in a tie. Classic FODL B. But a match, it was a little battle between these two players. Holding throws back and forth, only to have it end there with a win in the favor of, or sorry, not a win, a tie. It's Bud the Chud down 4-2, takes it back, ties it up against all odds. Maybe not against all odds, but against some odds. Could definitely happen that way. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the FODL. I just said D-Hell. FODL, the FODL first online dart league here on Darts Night on Twitch this Wednesday night. Wednesday evening, Wednesday night. We have a matchup for you right here. You see the players. It is a championship rematch. King Rodge versus the Surgeon. That's right. And it's going to be great. King Rodge, hailing from Niagara Falls, Ontario, last season finished first in the FODL A and reigned supreme in the playoffs. Your champion, currently reigning champion of the FODL. The FODL number one, currently throwing with those 25-gram target RVB legacies, because he's trying to leave a legacy here. Hashtag sorry not sorry. Against his opponent, the Surgeon, hailing from Spring City, Pennsylvania, last season third in the FODL A, but runner-up. He's the most decorated player in the FODL. 5 championships under his belt. Lost last season. Will he try to make the run for it again this time around? Can he make it 6? Oh, he's still got time to find out. 23-gram Windmow Mark Webster's are the darts he throws. And, of course, hashtag got it. Except he did not say that last night. So I bring it here to the standings. And King Rodge sits at third, 87 points, with a match behind Nooch and 2 behind Left Hand Hooligan. Only 3 points behind Nooch. 30 behind Left Hand, but still 2 matches behind the number one. King Rodge sitting strong. Surgeon in 6th. Moved down after my match against the Nooch as he... Oh, well, it just... Everyone see that? Everyone see that? It just moved. Apparently the DeGrubs stuff just got entered and the Slinger stuff just got entered. Rephrase. Surgeon 7th. We're down 2 spots. Damn it, you hear him. There in the background. After those got entered. Surgeon 71 points. I overtook him last night after I earned 3 legs off of the Nooch. Now those are currently your top 6. Surgeon just outside, close to the end of the season. Only a few weeks remain. 3, 4 of them. I don't... Whatever. So, not what you typically see, but that's just FODL A now, ladies and gentlemen. It's just how it do. That's how it be. You one thing I didn't change. I need to make sure the stats are ready to go. So as I bring over the stats screen, you'll notice one of them's wrong. Don't worry, it's immediately fixed. Cricket, Surgeon, number 4th overall, 2.89 NPR. King Rodge, number 5th, 2.76. So Surgeon with the advantage in Cricket. Look at those miss percentages. King Rodge has actually missed less than the Surgeon. Surgeon doing a lot on the big marks. 20% triple and bowl over the 16 that King Rodge. 17 5 marks. 17% over King Rodge's 10. Has a 0.7 advantage on the 7 marks. But King Rodge does have a 9. Leg one's actually pretty similar. Both facing around a similar level of opponents. 501, big change. King Rodge, the number 1 in the league. 64.9. 3-dart average. Massive. Surgeon 6 at a 57. I just realized it's 917. First 9, look at that. Strong. In the 70s and 60s. Ton pluses. Ton 40s. Ton 80s. Rodge, huge favor all around by the numbers. Cricket could go either way. 501. King Rodge, strong advantage, but we've seen the Surgeon throw. When he is on, he is on. Question is, will King Rodge be on as well? Really, who will be on? That's both of them technically on camera. As they, there it is. There they are. We have, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have the player cams. Look at that. They look a little sticky. I don't know why they feed that way. But the player cams are on. I had to shrink the size of the board just so you all can see them. They look pretty nice, right? Players! I know you've been waiting. Are you ready to get this thing started?
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
All right, both players are ready. They are ready. They're ready. I'm ready. All of you at home are ready. We have King Rodge on the left, the Surgeon on the right. He was also won the Cork. It's A division, 9 legs. Starting off with Cricket, the Surgeon has the darts in hand. Game on.
Come on, Rodge.
Be great, Surge.
And Surgeon going to start us off with just a single 19. King Rodge looks to start with 3 solid 20s. As I mentioned, there's lots of games going on. Yeah, I'm currently trying to get those all set up for you all to enjoy. There's a good dart. And 7 19s from the Surgeon to make up for the single mark from the last turn. Maybe just 2 20s for King Rodge. And just a single 20 from the Surgeon. So he was trying to close it up after taking the lead. Tried to use all 3. Did not go in his favor.
3.
As there's 3 20s from King Rodge to put him in the point lead by 5. There's 2 20s, so the 20s will be closed, but Surgeon does not hit the 19. Stays down by 5. People now talking about the Surgeon's throw. As King Rodge going to close the 19s. So now both have the 20s and 19s closed. Surgeon down by 5. Gets a first shot at 18.
18, just one.
Only find the single. Let us know in your chat your favorite dart thrower. Is it the Surgeon or is it Unholy Cannoli? There's 3 18s from King Rodge. Did find a double, but no follow-up to earn some more points, but does close. Can't tell where that third. It just went below the first two. Could be a treble. No, just a single. He snuck it under it, though. Very impressive. And there's the 3 from King Rodge, so he'll close it just as Surgeon did. To force Surgeon to move yet again. And a great move. Does find 6. I think he said, oh, 5. I was about to say that third. I could have sworn he said 6. Line. But 5/16's massive from the Surgeon. But King Rodge going to immediately close with a treble 16. Managed to get 2 18s as well, so a 5 mark to answer. Surgeon forced to move to the 15s, only gets a second. But King Rodge doesn't manage to close to 15s this time, so a wedge available for the Surgeon. He's not down by much. Big darts. That could be the 7. And it is 7 15s from the Surgeon. Jank goes to his favor, but King Rodge on the 8s. Manages 4 18s and misses just low on the 15. Cannot close. Surgeon going to close the 18s up only by 9. And it's a bull race. King Rodge needs 4. Surgeon needs 3. And that might just be 115. I don't think he found the bull. He didn't. Oh, he did. He did find 1. Yeah, he pointed out. I was dumb. That was me. Surgeon needs 3. And he can't find the third. Only 2. Needed just 1 more. Oh, King Rodge not going to be able to take the leg. And he cannot find a single. And Surgeon, 1 dart to break the 9 dart loss. And the Surgeon is back. Game shot in the leg to the Surgeon. And he takes the first leg of cricket. 3.0 MPR goes to the Surgeon. And no second sweep tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Might as well get a different match on here. King Rodge will have the darts here in the next leg. Game on.
Surge could sweep.
Oh, very interesting. That is very true. Can Surge get swept and then do the sweep? That's the new story as King Rodge starts off with 320s. Where can I put this? Here. Surge gets 2 20s, and then only a single 19. There's a point score on the 20 and a treble 19 from King Rodge.
Miss.
And a whole miss. I don't like that placement. Let's put it here. Let's put there.
2.
Just 2 18s from King Rodge. Surgeon had just missed. Can he make it up? Does find 3. He just closes it, but with Rodge already with 2 marks in, he's going to close it with the first. Heads to 17s, misses, hits a treble 20 though to make it up with the third after Surgeon had not closed it earlier. Currently, we got 1 million scoreboards on the screen. So I hope you're all enjoying that. Looks like 3 17s to start from the Surgeon. Oh, it is 5. He did find a treble. But with King Rodge with the point lead, opting to close into deflection in. 17s now closed for King Rodge. That third dart using the other one to perfection. Big start. Oh, I think he had a chance for the... No, just 4. Just 4 16s. But a great shot at it. And only 2 16s from King Rodge. That could be another 4 from the Surgeon. It is. Big darts from him right now. Could be a treble 20 there from King Rodge. So with that treble, or with that 20 open, continues to find good marks to keep him up.
Ooh, 116.
Oh, and a rough go at it there from the Surgeon. Just a single 16 keeps him down. Rodge's going to close. And as well, find 4 15. So tacks on some more points and locks it. Locks the wedge. Surgeon now can only score off the bull. Just gets the single. I need someone to please clap. I'm adjusting scoreboards and while calling this match. I'm doing a lot more work than I should be. There's just a single bull there from King Rodge. Puts him 2 away from the leg while Surgeon needs to battle back down by 25. Needed 4 to at least take the point lead, but does get a single bull.
Game.
And he finds it with a bullseye on the second game shot and the leg. 2. King Rodge ties up the cricket portion. 1-1. Both players holding their throw. Will lead us into 5-1. Surgeon will have the darts. Game on. And starts off with a 45. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying the 5 Dart Connect scoreboards. This is the loudest page. There's a 70 to start from King Rodge. This is just so loud. We have 2 dartboards, 5 scoreboards, 2 player cams, 2 player cards, writing all around the trim, and a background that has blurred out darts. If you can see any of this and make it out on first glimpse and you're a newcomer, props to you. You deserve
43.
Someone to gift you a sub. 43 from King Rodge to answer back. $30 from Surgeon. So while these players are throwing like this, I will just make mention of all the matches. Top left, you got Lasercat versus the Train.
Come on.
King Rodge says, come on, Lasercat and Train. That's what he was saying, come on for. They're playing their Game Week 6 match. Yeah, they're playing their Game Week 6. Top right, you have Criminal versus Cali Kid.
22.
There's a 22 Roadhouse from the Surgeon. Cali Kid up 4-1 right now over the Criminal. Or FODL B, so Criminal could tie it up. So Lasercat just went 3-2 over Train. Middle top, Accountant versus Slappy Pappy. Accountant 3, Slappy Pappy 2 currently. And a 180 sweat, but just a ton 40 from the Surgeon. Massive darts there. I was even ready for the little 180 little show. But yeah, Accountant Slappy Pappy happening right there. 3-2 in Accountant's favor. And lastly, Radar versus Toaster. Radar up 2-0 against Toaster, so has taken the cricket. The question is, will he manage to get that sweep, to get that 8 total legs? There's a ton from the Surgeon, puts him at 121. And just 45 from King Rodge, still outside Surgeon, 121. It's off. It's 25 there with the last one, leaves 76. Big Averages says unknown. Not sure which match he's talking about because there's a million of them. 55 scored from Rodge. We'll put him on an out, but Surgeon at 76. And he hits the bullseye game shot. And the leg to the Surgeon hits 8, leaves 68, hits the 18, leaves the bullseye and plants it in. The Surgeon holds his throw yet again. 76 checkout. Massive. King Rodge will now have the dart to the next leg. Game on. Oh, almost played the video. Good thing I stopped myself. Ton 40 scored from King Rodge. 2 perfect darts into the 9-darter.
85.
And then just a little high in the third. There's an 85 to start now. Both these players starting to find the trebles with some regularity. Chat loved the 76 finish from the Surgeon. There's 55 from King Rodge. And a 180! The Surgeon says, there it is, finding it on his second turn. His second shot at the Aki. That's his, it was his second sweat at a ton 40. He had a chance on the last leg. Makes it count this second leg. He's on fire right now, starting off hot. So he scores a 41. There's so much going on the screen. When I tried to play the 180 video, it was like laggy. What can I do? That looks like a ton 35 from King Rodge, keeping in pace. Or is he making the pace? Left with 126. Surgeon will be on and out of his own with a 66, but King Rodge at 126 shot at it first. Oh, cannot find the bullseye. Goes high into the 5. Up for 45 now. Surgeon on 129. Just 3 higher. Oh, he's not going to be able to find the treble. You need the treble 20 to leave a bullseye of his own. Scores 57 though. King Rodge 45. Tops. Rascal. Goes inside. The Rascal says no. Surgeon 72. Oh no, disaster. I think only scores 15 there. Does, leaves 57. King Rodge at 10. Oh, wow. Skipped in and then misses entirely. Left with 5. Surgeon at 57. Hit a treble 3. Cannot find the double 16 as that first dart was just not where he wanted it. King Rodge at 5. Double 2.
Yeah.
And he'll find it with a third. Game shot in the leg to King Rodge, managing to hold back. Is there some poor darts there from the surgeon to work himself onto that double, but he'll have the darts here in the next. Game on. So Rodge got saved there. Ooh, can't tell where the second and thirds had landed. Might be a 123. It is a 121.
81.
An 81 from King Rodge. Oh, God. You guys anyone else just staring at the screen and going crazy with all that's happening? 58 from the surgeon. What's happening in the chat right now? Pete Brown was in the chat, by the way, saying banking on Rodge blowing it on that last leg. Too many looks. Golzeko goes, you jinxed it. There's a nice 85 there from the surgeon. And as Golzeko saying the current 6-1 lead of Cali Kid against Criminal, saying, Crim, you should have called me. You should have called me. Looks like 57 from the surge will leave him just outside at 180. Slinger saying, is Laser making a late season push? Laser, yeah, currently up 4-2 against the Train. Well, the game isn't won yet, but he's getting some crucial legs earned. Another solid 60 from King Rodge. Toaster manages to break the 3-leg streak from Radar. And yeah, the Accountant Slappy match, I forgot that's FODL C. Right? And so 5-2 Accountant wins the match. 7 legs played. I need to get that off my eyes. Wow, big ton 40. Wow, he needs just a single to leave the leave tops, but Surgeon scores 80. Rodge had scored a ton 40 the previous 101. Not going to have a dart at it. Looks like a 59 thrown, however. Surgeon tops. Rascal looks to say no to the Surgeon. He went inside on the attempt at tops. King Rodge at 42. Double A. Oh, all going inside. Back to the Surgeon with a 69 average. Nice. Looking for double 10. And he'll find it with a second. Game shot and the leg to the Surgeon. Yet again, capitalizing on King Rodge not hitting the double. Coming right back to take it. Holds the throw. We continue to go back and forth. Not a single break, just like last leg. Who will be the first to do it? King Rodge now has the darts. Game on. And as you all see at the top right, Cali Kid wins 7-1 over the Criminal. Apparently, both doubled in the 30%.
85.
I think that's what I overheard. 85 to start from the Surgeon. I also heard Criminal go, hey, Callie, it's going to be the first and last time I get to play you. You know what he means by that. There's a 76 from King Rodge. Let's take that board out. Just 41 there from the Surgeon. Congrall saying, what would you do on 101? Well, I'd go immediately for the treble 17, which I would clearly hit. But if I didn't hit it, I'd be left with 84, to which I can hit a treble 20 and leave double 12. But if I did hit the treble 17, I'm going straight for the bullseye. I don't care.
80.
80 scored from King Rodge, so some trebles here being found. That, can't tell. It is a ton from the Surgeon, both averaging 69 and 68.
Nice.
I can't tell where he put those. Oh, wow, they're all right just against it. 70 scored. There's a great third. I can't tell where that first... Wow, that's just 80. So for Rodge, it's off after that first. Just 44 scored. Surgeon looking for 150. But it's definitely off. We'll find a great third to leave 68. King Rodge 112. And it's off. Cannot find the treble 17. It's left with 74. Surgeon 68. Just high. Leg not stolen yet. King Rodge 74. Did he find it with a third? I can't tell. No, it must have went high. I thought he hit that treble 14 too. He didn't, which is why he went 20. Double 7, and he finds the double 7. Game shot in the leg to the Surgeon, and a break of throw. And it is exactly like last match. 2-2, and the wins come. Surgeon up 4-2. It's the 7. He'll have the darts now. Game on. T. Brown says Surge looking confident. Oh, when his opponent doesn't throw in the 3s and 4s in the cricket, it's gonna help. 60 scored from King Rodge. Gulzeka says yes. B. I think he meant baby. Gargoyle said the only way to take 40. 26 and double 7. It's the only route. There's a 28 from the Surgeon. Foofy Pig Goat. Or, sorry, Foofy Pig Oat. Since there's no 2 G's. Says this game so good. Oh, wow. That deflect just into the single. Just a 40 scored. Laser Cat wins 6-3 over the Train. That last leg, he averaged 69. I think Train got that last leg. Laser Cat with a win and over Train. You heard it here first. Laser Cat did something. There's a ton from the Surgeon. I'll put that one away. Looks like a ton answer back for King Rodge. Slinger's saying Laser got him 6-3. Oh. I don't really keep up with the league, so couldn't really tell you. There's an 83 from the Surgeon, putting him at 150. The setup. Oh no, Radar in another 4-2 situation. There's a 30 from Rodge, so no sweat for the Surgeon at 150. And it's off. Oh, an unfortunate third. Off of 109 as he hit the treble 1. 95 from Rodge, so some pressure put to the Surgeon, who sits at 109. He's going to manage to hit that treble 10, though, to leave tops on the return as Rodge sits at 134. It's going to be off. What a great turn. He has a great setup of his own. 94 scored. We got a battle of tops. Who will find it first? Surgeon has 3 darts. But he only needs one. Game shot, and the leg to the Surgeon takes the win. A huge turn after being swept the other night. Gets the win, but we got 2 legs to play. King Rodge has the darts in the next. Game on. Wow, baby, says Ghouls Echo. BBZ, I can hear Dilly's beard. That's impressive. 40 to start for King Rodge. P. Brown, the one who swept the Surgeon, says, victory. Nice to see Surge bounce back. You know why he's happy? He's happy because King Rodge was the one breathing down his neck. He's like, I'm glad that I swept the Surgeon, but also glad that he managed to win against the next person. What? That's so rude. 38 from King Rodge. Best part about the player cams, you can see the emotional shift just in the way the players have now started carrying themselves. Surgeon a lot more up there. You saw some smiles. Frustration from King Rodge. A lot of drooped shoulders. As there's just a 41 from the King. There's the flick off. You love player cams. You love to see it.
Oh, what is that guy? 41.
What was that? 90, 98? Let's go 95 from King Rodge. There's a little answer back. Chat loving that. Cool Echo says drooped, very cut shoulders though.
57.
It's like they're drooped, but they're cut. There's 57 from the Surgeon. Just above, just the ton scored. Starting to find the troubles again. Yeah, you like to see it every time Surgeon throws. He gives us a little peace sign. You know, he's like, "Hey, peace," to the camera, directly at it. You know, from a halfway arm extension. Gives us a little piece. 59 from King Rodge. We'll put him on a finish first of 128. Surgeon back at 200. A ton sets him up at that as it splits it right in half. Pressure on. King Rodge, 128. And it's off. Wow, just things falling apart right there. 30 scored. Surgeon at 100. We'll score 60 to leave tops. King Rodge, 98. Well, he'll leave himself tops as well, so some pressure on Surgeon, but he's back again. 3 darts looking for tops. Did it once before. Oh, might have blocked himself. Deciding. Shifting. Just under. Needs the rascal. Needs to shift again. And it looks like he finds it on the third game. Shot. And the leg to the Surgeon with another back-breaking leg. Because he broke. And it's back-breaking. All a combination. Goes up 6-2 with 1 leg remaining. Surgeon has the darts. Game on. A good ton to start things off from the Surgeon. Goldarka says, come on, Toaster, win one more and I win who you got this week. As I said, Radar was up 4-2. There's a good ton to start an answer for King Rodge. Radar was up 4-2, just like last leg or match. Toaster has won, and if Toaster wins again, he'll end up with a tie. Back-to-back ties while having a 2-leg advantage. All I'll have to say to Radar is I know that feeling of being in the lead and then just giving them up afterwards. So both, again, both tying here. 341, game of 341. Ooh, Salvage with the third. 66 scored. And looks like a ton from King Rodge. It is... As he throws those tons, I can't tell if that's like a relieved expression or just like they're coming late. I can't tell. 41 from the Surgeon. Just immediate flick off. 41. What do we do? 43 from the Surgeon, so still outside for him. King Rodge with the opportunity. Put him there first. He will. Oh, but he does not do the split. 85 scored. The eyes roll. Leaves 115. Surgeon 191. Well, finds a treble 18. Lucky. And looks to score 65 after hitting a 5 and a 6 right after King Rodge 115. He's going to leave himself 56. Surgeon requires 126. It's off. Oh, great third. Finding the treble with the last. 64 scored. Leave 62, King Rodge 56. 2 for tops. Cannot find it. Goes low and giving Surgeon a chance here at 62. I dropped my phone. Surgeon walking back, maybe taking a swig of a drink. Coming up to the Aki. 62. Rough first. Cannot hit the 17 to leave tops, and then hits another 2, but this time the treble to leave 49. 13 scored. King Rodge given a shot.
Yeah.
And he does manage to find it with a third. Game shot and the leg to King Rodge, being gifted the chance and finding it on the third. A use of the marker deflecting down. There's the little cheers to the camera, the body cam. But let's bring it to the post-game interviews. And gentlemen, if you use the cameras that your boards, the ones that are looking at the boards, that would be great, since those are on the main cam right now. All right, and we will start things off. But before I start things off, Toaster just won the last 2, so Radar ended up with the tie 4-4, ladies and gentlemen. So that's just funny to me. All right, we'll go right over to King Rodge. King Rodge, coming into this match, you knew that, one, championship rematch. You beat the man in the championships, was pretty well, too, by a good amount of legs. And then also, you're also coming into this match after seeing Surgeon's matchup against Left Hand Hooligan, where he got swept, and you were also making the comments in the chat about getting the broom. So to just talk to us about coming into this match, your mindset, and how things turned out and how you're feeling.
Well, I mean, I think you guys know that I'm a pretty generous king, so I saw him drop that many legs. I figured I could give him some and keep his playoff hopes alive. Just being nice. The Canadian way.
You say Canadian way, yet your hashtag is sorry, not sorry. Now tell us what happened. We'll skip past the cricket portion, and just jump right into the 501 doubling and the setups for the double. We saw that actually on both sides, but talk to us. What was happening? A lot of missed darts, uncharacteristic of King Rodge.
Yeah, just not feeling it tonight. Fell off a roof this weekend, so a little sore. Got the flu shot today on the wrong arm. Got it on my throwing arm, so that sucks. But not feeling it today. You have good days, you have bad days, but you got to be shit to get better. So, go back at the board and try to improve.
Sorry, the way you said that, it just reminds me of like anytime Red Rascal will throw a bat, he's like, well, these 17 things that occurred.
Yeah, like there was like a dog that came. I don't even own a dog, and it was like running across. No.
Wait, the dog ran across the roof?
No, just kidding.
I got you. No, but obviously a lot to reflect on, because you go into next week going against Left Hand Hooligan. It's sort of a gauntlet. What? Game week 5? You had Red Rascal, never mind. You have Surgeon tonight. Next week you have Left Hand Hooligan. Okay, you have a gauntlet of 2
I
weeks.
got Nooch.
Oh, you got Nooch for what? The floating?
Yeah.
An absolute gauntlet of players. Talk to us one. I guess tomorrow you're going against the Nooch. You've seen how he can throw. You saw him last night even. What's your expectations there? What can you take from tonight just to improve in that short amount of time? And then what will you do about next week against Left Hand?
I don't know. I'll try to steal some legs. It's all about just staying in the top 6, getting to the playoffs. At this point, there's only 3 game weeks left. Get in the playoffs, all bets are off. You just turn up there. So just about stealing enough legs to get to the show.
Well, you got some matches to do it, and they're going to be some tough ones, so we'll have to see how they go. King Rodge, unfortunate darts for you this evening. With all things considered, maybe the roof being the hardest one. The fall from it, I guess, would be the hardest part. Myself. I hope you're feeling all right. I hope it wasn't a bad injury.
No, we got free healthcare up here. It's all good.
Oh, son of a bitch. King Rodge, tough loss, but hopefully you can bounce back on the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for casting. Great shooting, Serge. Good bounce back.
Good game.
All right, as we go to the Surgeon, obviously, championship rematch. The loss to King Rodge. Coming to this match, you have that hanging over your head. Secondly, the sweep from Left Hand Hooligan. The mental game tonight, coming into this match, just what were your thoughts?
Honestly, we have the short memory, and honestly, it was just I had to laugh off the sweep and say, all right, well, there's a new experience. I can check that box off and get on with it and go from there. It's not, it was one game, and I didn't even throw poorly. He just finished better every single leg than me. And I got a little shook. So learn from it, step back up the next time, and obviously thrilled to get. I had this one circled on my schedule for the whole season. So happy to get the W here for sure.
Yeah, we always bring up the mental game with you. You seem to be one of those who is usually the strongest in that zone. Any sort of match, you always kind of brush it off. As Pete Brown says, champions recover. That first leg, when you win the bull, but then you take that first leg. Was there just a sense of relief, at least on that first, to go, okay, I don't have to sweat a sweep?
Probably. Who knows what would happen if I lose that one? Yes, I think the answer to that is yes. There's some relief. I was able to, all right, you're not terrible. You can win legs of darts again, and even though you know that in your head until you get it sometimes. That's what I hear in any new tournament or new environment. Once you get that first leg win on the board, you kind of just you go back to yourself and settle in. So that was definitely good.
Yeah, it definitely would play into that relaxation. But let's talk about the doubles and the setups as well. As with King Rodge, it was a little off for you tonight, but the setup game, a lot of just darts to the left and right of those wedges happened actually pretty frequently. Was there shakiness? Or was it just an off night?
I mean, I noticed that on Monday too. I could not hit the fat numbers to set up darts, and I did some warm-ups before the match and was feeling pretty good, so I wasn't really concerned about that. I hit that first 76 on the bulls or whatever it was. I'm like, all right, not an issue. So yeah, a little disappointed in that last leg, especially too. I mean, obviously 6-3 win. You told me that before the match, I would take and run. But he had a chance to win 7-2. I'm just like, so just another thing to learn from and try not to overthink hitting fat numbers, and instead of like your mentality of hope I don't miss this, and to get excited about hitting it instead. So
we did manage to get some the at least the cleanups when you did miss the fat numbers you needed. A nice 76 checkout, so congratulations on the 76 checkout. Next week, me and you, we have faced each other every single season. There's never been a season where we haven't. I have lost every single season. We don't have to talk about the championship match. What are your expectations going into that match? Obviously, you're coming back here after. You've been thrown well all season. Just sort of talk through it.
Honestly, at this point, I might need all the legs I can get to make the playoffs. I don't know. I'll have to see what the standings look like. No, that's actually, I didn't realize that. Yeah, I played every single season. You're probably maybe the only one.
I think me and you are the only one who has never left from the very beginning, I should say. The inception.
I'll keep it going. Maybe you'll get your first win against me. Probably not, but we'll see. Crazy things happen. I got swept. Who knows?
No, honestly, I just want to say I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if I'll win or lose. You'll play your best darts against me. I'll tell you that.
Well, hey, you're throwing the best darts you've ever thrown in your entire career. So
truth.
I got to bring it if I want to win.
I really hope you do. It'll be a fun match, Surgeon. Congratulations on the comeback win. Not only sort of to get back at the championship, but just to recover from the other day. Surgeon, great darts tonight.
Cheers, man. Thanks. Good game, Rodge.
Absolutely.
There we go. And we will end the Discord call. Hey guys, how'd you like the dual cam? It was pretty much exactly how the Criminal had set up that one time, but I added frames. There's so much going on that screen. But I did edit the pictures a little bit to make it look a little bit better, so it wasn't as rough. That's pretty much the best we could do with how loud that screen is. But a match. Talk about a match. The Surgeon recovering very impressively and very strongly to take that a 7-2 win. Or was it 6-3? 7-2. No, it was 6-3. It just happened. I just blanked. But a huge match for the Surgeon to recover. And like he said, that will jump him back now into the playoffs. But, uncharacteristically, Surgeon battling towards the bottom of the playoffs. Like he said, he's just trying to make sure he's in it. It's a tough one there. King Rodge was sitting there close behind Nooch. Does manage to take the little jump and get that second spot, but not by a massive margin. And Nooch, with the level of play that he's having, and both of them playing against each other tomorrow, we'll see some more who will continue to get that second spot, as Left Hand Hooligan has been playing pretty strongly in the first, and we are seeing that may continue that way. Ladies and gentlemen, we got one match to go. While I set that up, make sure you go ahead and visit the merch store. Visit the FODL merch store, FODartleague.com/store to get all of your FODL merchandise. You saw both players in the first match wearing them, the Bud the Chud logo shirt and the 180 shirt worn by Radar. Surgeon, I think, was throwing in the... I really have bad short-term memory. I wasn't really paying attention to their shirt. They may have been wearing the merch. But check out the merch store, FODartleague.com/store. All of your FODL merchandising needs. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get this last match set up, and we will be back. Stick around, more darts when we return. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the FODL, the FODL First Online Dart League, here on Darts Night on Twitch. This Wednesday evening, the Tripleheader is here to come to a close with our final matchup. It's DeGrubs versus the Jig. Another A division matchup here. DeGrubs hailing from Willowville, Ohio. Sorry, the music's a little loud. Last season finished with 7th in the FODL A, just right there in no man's land of the playoffs. Just got butted out by a single position by just like a single point. Ended up the matchup, him and Slinger, who were both there at the last point. That matchup between the two of them was really the deciding factor. Throwing with the 18-gram target, Ricky Evans. You know, the one who throws really fast. Hashtag duh. As in hashtag duh, you knew that. His opponent, the Jig, location hailing from Richmond, Virginia. Last season finish was 3rd in the FODL B. Won those promotion playoffs to get himself into A. Throwing with the 23-gram Harrows, Dave Chisnall. Dave Chizzy. Of course, hashtag getting jiggy with it. This is where you would all sing the song. Sing it along at home. I'm not going to do it for you. Let's go to the standings. So we see DeGrubs sitting in 4th. With these unupdated standings, he might actually...
That's updated.
That is updated?
And it's not tonight's on it for me.
Let me, I think because Surgeon played his 8th, technically. Well, DeGrubs has 83 points. We know that much. Currently, according to this, is in 4th, 83 points, 5 ahead of Slinger, 4 behind King Rodge. It should change, which is why I said that. So a little bit more. But DeGrubs sitting there. Jig sitting 3rd from last right now at 38 points, but with Rascal, he's got 2 matches in hand to Rascal, only down by 3. If that's updated correctly. And 20 behind Train with a match in hand. So, one, you can at least shift positions easily in that AB playoff bracket, but get himself even closer after Train had a tough loss to Lasercat, who's currently sitting at the bottom. Yeah, I don't think these are updated. So weird. But yeah, Jig can make some movement here to get himself out of that bottom portion. At least start making, he needs some good legs to at least get him into no man's land. As playoffs looking a little distant, AB playoffs though definitely looking to be potential. Will he have to fight his way into A just to try to fight his way to stay? That rhymed. We'll find out in these next couple weeks, but let's look at the stats real quick. It's already 10:15. Cricket, DeGrubs, 6th overall, 2.66. Jig, 16th overall, 2.20. Look at the treble and bowl, 19% for DeGrubs. 16% 5 marks for DeGrubs as well. Just the numbers, triple and bowl, 5 mark, 7 mark, and 9 mark. DeGrubs hitting those heavy marks. Much more consistency, which earns the winning half the legs. Jig has only won a quarter of his. But as you can see, DeGrubs facing a little bit lower competition comparatively to his average. The Jig is playing up. 501, DeGrubs ranked 7th, 57.28. Jig 16th again at 50.9. So a little bit large margin there, about 7 points. First nines, pretty strong from both. Same with their average finishings in the 30s. Same percent 10 plus marks, 11. Baton 40 goes in the favor of DeGrubs. Jig, though, has one extra 180, though. As you can see, 0.2 for DeGrubs, 0.3 for the Jig. Meow. Meow. Oh, yeah, look at that. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Look at the 180 vids playing just because of the cat. I'm never gonna get tired of that. I'm never gonna get tired of that. All right, let's start off the music. Players, that cat is hungry. Are you ready? Are you ready to get this game week 6 matchup underway?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, we got DeGrubs on the left, the Jig on the right. DeGrubs has won the Corkets A Division 9 leg. Starting off with cricket, DeGrubs with the darts. Game on.
Five.
The cat meows as the dart finds the treble for DeGrubs. And 5 to start. 119 for the Jig. Off to a little bit rough start for him. See, the key to get me to cast your darts is if you have a cat that has a really cute meow. I almost said cute meow. There's 419s from DeGrubs. You start. I will cast you. Jig might have been trying to close 19s. Maybe not realize the mark from DeGrubs. First 2 miss, though, into the 3, then miss the 18. That looks like a miss, though, from DeGrubs, so that's just a whole wash. Jig goes for 8s.
2.
Only finds 2. Could have sworn it was 3, but I guess 1 was either in the 4 or 1. Couldn't tell where the points were.
2.
There's only 2 18s, so 4 to grub, so chance for the Jig to close and point.
2.
He does manage to find 2, so points on the board for the Jig, but with the point lead and 1 mark away, he'll flourish on a treble 18. Only find a single 17. Ario27 says, I'm just here for Jig's cat. Sorry, he said kitty, technically.
3.
Well, that's a good start. 3 17s for the Jig to close the wedge, but DeGrubs has a mark already. Only needs 2. He'll close it. And just a single 16, so closing, starting the next. Closing, starting the next. It might be 4. It is 4 16s from the Jig, so another 4 mark to get points on the board, but stays behind. And DeGrubs having to use all 3 to close the 16. Jig forced again to move.
4 5.
It is 4 5, so yet another 4 mark. Find the treble with the last. But he's still down by 10. Oh, that could be a brutal deflection. Only 2 15s and now an opportunity for the Jig. He's got to keep all 3 inside the 15. Jig now takes the point lead after a miss from DeGrubs. Grants him the opportunity, but DeGrubs has 20 and 19s. Oh, he only finds a single 20 after 3 darts. Stays down. Jig needs to find some good darts.
2 20s.
Wow. Only 2 20s from the Jig. Really need a treble and a double on 19 to really just do some damage. DeGrubs closes 15s with the first, only finds a single 20, but does take the point lead back. that could be. Oh, it's just 2? Unbelievable. It's the shadow that's getting me. I thought that first was in the bullseye. DeGrubs, after that first start, trailing to the right pretty far, opts to go back for points. But Jig on a good start. On a great first. That could be 4. Wow, it is 4-2 bullseyes for the Jig. Massive. You saw the shifting of the light, and look at that. It ended up helping him.
Sorry, I forgot to turn the extra light on.
No worries. Massive dart throw for the Jig. There's a great answer from DeGrubs. 420s.
Uh, 121 bull.
Wow, great miss with the third. Closes 20s, gets a single bull. But DeGrubs with the point lead still has 19s. He's going for it. Might have blocked. He's going to opt to go for points, but only finds a single 19 after that first goes high.
Miss.
Oh, wow, a miss. That first was just on the wire. The other two went further away. That might just be a single bull from DeGrubs to get it started. He would only need 2. But Jig, can he take the point? Oh no, all 3 high. Stays well grouped, but no bulls found. DeGrubs needs 2. And he'll find it with the second, but a bullseye to top it off. Game shot. And the leg too. DeGrubs manages to hold the throw after Jig was finding some punishing bulls that start to falter there towards the end. Jig, though, will have the darts in the second leg of cricket. Game on. Great start to this matchup. Already an exciting one. There's 220s for the Jig. Already a battle. Train Photo saying, not sure if I noticed this on other players, but Jig always has yellow retina Harrow flights.
Yes.
He says, yes, that is true. 4 19s from DeGrubs, so a great start for him.
2.
So, 220s there from Jig, so another 2. Wow, had a treble 20. Great dart. Got the 19 to take the lead. Went for 17s, and he indicates that's where he was headed. And missed to the left.
3
So good start. We'll put 3 into the 18s to open it up. And DeGrubs clicks off his first start with the third and cannot close it down.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 18s and one of that hero dart. But does find just a single with the point lead. Gulzeka was asking if that's DeGrubs clicking his darts. P. Brown says casemanship. Looks like a close of 18s as well as 2 19s to take the point lead back. So now Jig down by 20.
2-7.
We'll only start with 2 17s. Was looking to close. Might have only found the 1. So that second found the 2. The third was quite the distance away.
Just 2.
Oh, wow. Just 2. They're right below the wire. They're on it. They're touching it. Unrewarded is the Jig. As he stays down in points, there's the close for DeGrubs. Does not tackle on anymore. He was looking, might have been looking for the treble 19 there. But now Jig only down by 3, forced to move. Great one. Looks like a 5 mark for the Jig. Great turn on the 16s. As this continues to go back and forth. Only 2 19s there for DeGrubs. Will be enough to put him in the lead, but not by much.
2.
And there's only 2 16s for the Jig, so some small back and forth right now. Oh my god, all 3 into the 3! Now down by points, Jig with a chance to close the 19s. He will with a flourish on the second. And start on the 15th. A miss from DeGrubs leads to Jig closing the wedge on him. DeGrubs now forced to move, has to make the difference. Might be 6.
Pretty good job making up the difference.
And it is 6. He does make up the difference. The first hits the corner just slightly. The second deflects into the 2, but he hops over it with the 3rd. Jig gonna find 2 16s, at least keep him back in the lead, but DeGrubs, hot on the 15, continues.
5.
And 5 goes from 6 15s, goes to 5. Using the 15s well is DeGrubs to keep him in this.
1.
Oh, and just the 1. It's pretty much equivalent to DeGrubs' miss earlier. And he's going to use all 3, goes to the fat part of the wedge and closes it down. Jig now down in points. Forced to move to the bull yet again. Blocked completely on the bull. Tried to at least close the 15. Did find a single, but not closed yet. DeGrubs only needs 3 bulls.
Damn it.
Oh man, if he had found a bullseye, he would have gotten it, but he does find a 15 and a single bull. Back to Jig. It's a bull race.
5 on bull.
He'll manage to find 1, so he answers with 1 and 1. DeGrubs needs 2 bulls. Oh, deflects down. Only finds a single. Jig, I don't even know how many he needs, but good amount.
5.
Wow, he managed to find a bullseye there with the 3rd. He apparently needed 5. Will now put him only 3 away. DeGrubs 1.
Second dart.
The pressure was on, but it won't be a big amount of it. DeGrubs first dart or second dart, game shot in the leg. I got tongue twisted. Game shot in the leg to DeGrubs. Sweeps the cricket portion after a massive comeback on the 15s. Huge. He'll have the darts to start in 501. Game on. It starts off with a cool ton. DeGrubs is immediately underway. People are trying to figure out what kind of dartboard DeGrubs was throwing. That's an unfortunate treble. It's 15 scored as a treble 3.
No breakfast, though.
We're all thankful.
28.
It's the season of giving. But don't make that giving a breakfast. Your next GF says, how does FODL decide which players get face emotes? I do. I am the FODL. I make the decisions. Conrad said they picked the sexiest players, which is partly true.
60.
Because I'm on there. Haha. Nah, it's not because of me. Yeah, it's just I have some like saved up facial expressions that happen during the matches, and when we have open slots, I start adding them. I find the best ones.
God damn it.
Wow, that might have been a sweat. Trailed off to let him get a shot at it. 10-23 score for DeGrubs. That third whiffs to the right. B. Brown says, come on, Jig, regroup. Jig. Might have thrown high. Scooter Dart 40 scored.
God damn it.
Now DeGrubs throws a little ton. Put him at 90. Frustration, but he still threw a ton. It's just a 41. DeGrubs 90. Will leave himself tops to return. Jig 285. A great third. Will score a ton, but he's still outside of range to DeGrubs. 6 starts min. Wow, neither rascal goes just outside the double 6. But he will return as Jig sits at 285. And a breakfast. DeGrubs looking for the rascal. Oh, he's going to go inside. He opts to bust, but almost missed off the board. But he does manage to get the bust. Jig scores a breakfast, which leaves him on a bogey. Only manages to score 45. DeGrubs back at 20.
First card.
And this time, Rascal will say yes. Game, shot, and the leg to DeGrubs. As he goes 3 on the skip, on the bounce, on the trot. Jig needs to recover here, has the darts in hand. Game on. And Jig reminding there with a breakfast that in the last leg was our first official breakfast of this evening's third and final match.
60.
We've only actually had 2 breakfasts over the 3 as King Rodge and the Surgeon did not throw a 26. And we here at the FODL always ask an official breakfast question during the regular season. You guys apparently didn't like my first match question as only 2 people answered it. So I'm a little disappointed.
41.
For those who may not have known what I asked, it was a 41 DeGrubs. I said, what breakfast food did you want to be covered in? Well, like in a bathtub or something. Guess it was too risque for an 8 o'clock match. The breakfast questions are hard. Congress says beans. Beans for sure. Has this... I think it's been asked before. It's a similar question. Instead of the food being on you... the breakfast food is on somebody else. You're eating that breakfast food. If you had to choose a breakfast food to eat off of somebody else, what would that breakfast food be? Conroe immediately. Oh, beans. Beans for sure. Yet again. So regardless of it, it's just beans. Yo, this guy eating beans. There's a breakfast. DeGrubs like, oh, beans. He means breakfast. That's the official breakfast question of this evening's third and final match. I'm over it. So let us know your answers in the chat. It might be a 94. Oh, a ton 34. He snuck it in the treble. And he sets himself up on a finish.
45.
45 from DeGrubs, and now Jig on 156.
So,
He said it for me, but yeah, it's off. He will score 45. I believe 111. DeGrubs back at 244. He's looking to put pressure.
76.
Oh no! Hits a 1 and leaves a bogey. He just needed one good dart. Oh, can't find the treble 17. It's off. 57 scored for the jig. There's 58 for DeGrubs to put him at 110. Some pressure on the jig at 54. Oh, bad miss.
Okay.
Oh no, went for the 5, I think, to leave tops, but then hit the 12. We'll hit a 5 with the last. I think he scored himself wrong there. I think he's left with 28.
Jesus. 26.
Oh, yeah, 26
Yeah,
scored.
you scored 26 there, Jig. DeGrubs scores 26 himself. Jig at 28. Tried to walk it in, but the third goes out. Missed. DeGrubs at 84.
Oh.
Wow, hits the treble 16, needed double 18, hits the double 4, needed double 14, then goes outside. So Jig has a chance, 3 darts.
First dart.
And he'll find it on the first. Game shot in the leg to the Jig, and he's on the board. He left 28. DeGrubs said, I'll try it. Missed with the first, and Jig said, don't worry, I got this. And checks it out on the first. Jig on the board. DeGrubs will have the darts in hand. Game on. And Ario 27 has left for work. But yeah, breakfast question for P. Brown if you didn't hear it. If you're gonna eat breakfast off of somebody else, what do you want that breakfast to be? They're just covered in it. They could be in a bathtub. Maybe it'll make it easier. DeGrubs just said Diet Dew. He answered the question while playing. That could be a ton 40. It is a ton 40 from DeGrubs. I said it could be. I knew it was while I said it could be. But a big turn for DeGrubs. Dave Little Toaster says, can I say mimosas for a bath? Yeah. If that's what you're eating for breakfast. I mean, pulpy mimosas. That could be another ton 40. I can't tell where that second dart is. It is a ton 40. Back to back for DeGrubs. If that second dart didn't miss just a little low, that could have been a max to put him on a finish, but he's still outside. He could easily put himself there after 12. And makes the good decision to not shoot up in that range to chance a bogey. Scores 24 to leave 152.
Yeah.
Oh, just 41. DeGrubs 152. It's off.
60.
What's the score? 60. Leave 92. Jig back at 279. Need trebles all day. Well, finds a ton, but still outside. DeGrubs 92. It's on.
Oh.
Oh, just outside. Hit the bullseye to leave 42. Hits 10. I haven't seen that route ever on 92. And had a chance at double 16. Was just outside. There's a breakfast from the Jig. He's on a finish, but far away. DeGrubs 32.
First start.
But we'll find it on the first. Narrowly getting it in the corner. Game shot and the leg to DeGrubs to hold it back after that last leg. And a great one at that. A 19 darter goes up 4-1. Jig will have the darts in hand. Game on. As we go back to the breakfast answer questions, Congo was saying, "I'll eat beans off the floor. I don't care." That's just the British way of life. Your Dash GF says, "Eat condensed milk off of a bunch of stars," perhaps saying the name of the person, just blocking it. Easy. And then going, "I'm going to scream. I feel like Slappy right now. I need jail." 21. Have a drink if you're of legal drinking age wherever you reside. People scared at the self-censorship. There's a nice 73 from the Jig, finding a treble 20 there. Dave Little Toaster, we're talking about mimosas. He asking if you could do mimosas. Light on the OJ, which is the right answer for any mimosa. You fill an entire bath with champagne, and you take a one of those little droppers. Wow, I'm just completely forgetting the name of them. You get one little drop of OJ. That's already too much. But just one little drop of OJ into that bath of champagne. Oh, looks like a 70 did find a great second, but the first and third not following up. P Brown, I think grits would be the universal eat off anyone. Very versatile. Sweeter savory.
No.
You guys just have some Vueve Clicquot on the side. I actually don't know how to say that, I guess. I don't even know what that is. That's some like rich person food. 60 from DeGrubs. So Jig with an opportunity to put himself on a finish first. A mist of OJ. In fact, not even a mist. There's 60 from the, or sorry, 45. We'll keep him out. Not a mist. Just boil some OJ and let the steam of the orange juice be what makes up the mimosa. I think that is when we reach peak, just the right amount of OJ. That could be 85.
Yeah, that was 6.
85, but yeah.
Is 85 from the Jig as he put it bust. I think he accidentally hit the 180 button.
I have no idea how that happened. All right.
Looks like
85.
Looks like DeGrubs getting the change for him. Thank you, DeGrubs. DeGrubs back at 196. And a ton 40 from DeGrubs to jump immediately at 56 while Jig at 95. It's gonna be off.
Jesus.
Finds a 3 with the last, leaves himself 72. So he scored 23. DeGrubs 56. Has to use all 3, but does it. Finds Tops with the third. Game shot. And the leg to DeGrubs. That first star hit the 8. You had to wonder, but he managed to clean it up. That first attempt, Topsy wants Topsy, gets 5-1 to DeGrubs, takes the match. But we still got 3 legs to play. DeGrubs with the darts. Game on.
Yeah. 26.
And a 26. If you didn't answer the breakfast question, if there was a breakfast food you were to eat off of somebody, what would it be? So I said eating off myself, I'd use waffles. Just because they're nice and fluffy. It depends on the waffles, I guess. Eating off somebody else, I didn't even thought that through.
59.
It was a 59 from DeGrubs. Let's see. Sorry, I started laughing because I thought about the fact that I don't eat breakfast. All I do is drink coffee and immediately went, wow, just a bath of scalding coffee. And I'm like, no, that's not good. Maybe like a cold brew, Dylan. That might be. Okay. Just a heated bath of scrambled eggs.
A big chafing dish.
First.
I just gotta think, you know, like you go to a buffet and they got the metal little containers and they're heated, so the scrambled eggs are always warm. You do that with the bath. You keep it to a temperature that, like, it's not gonna burn the person inside of it. Obviously, come on.
Hope not.
The scrambled eggs. There's a nice cover shot from DeGrubs. 97 scored.
Uh,
45 from the jig. DeGrubs, great first start. Will put him on a finish. Will score a ton to leave him 121. Jig sits at 182. We'll score 30 to leave him on and out, but DeGrubs 121. It's gonna be off. Excuse me. We'll score 57. Leave him 64. Jig 152. And it's off. Looks just like 44 scored for the jig. DeGrubs at 64. Inside double four.
Jesus.
Goes outside. A great first dart to leave 16. But goes inside then out. Cannot get the close. Jig 108. Still on.
nope.
And now it's off.
Oh my god.
Oh, that might just be a single 5 to leave. Oh, he did manage to find trouble. But DeGrubs sits at 8.
Jesus.
Oh, walked it too far. Goes inside with the third. Jig at 89. Oh, need at least the 20 to leave bullseye, but hits the 5.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
then he'll hit a 2. He's left with 63 as DeGrubs sits at 4. Inside, Madhouse. Inside, he's going to bust, so it goes back to Jig.
How you
I
do it,
think
I
it
think.
is, and he gets it in with the third game shot and the leg to the jig. Finds a treble 17, then hits the double 5. Jig goes, that's how you do it.
Perfect math right there.
And the comeback. Jiggy says, Fitzy says, it's all in the math. Jig says, perfect math. Jig comes back with a leg. Will have the darts in hand. Game on. And a crucial break. And as he checks it out, your dad's Jeffka's pods secured. I guess she got jewel pods. 85 from the Jig. Yeah, oof, says Slinger. Congo, is that how you do it, though? Someone asked Krim. Well, there were no eye rolls. So, who's to say?
Oh, right then. All right.
Yeah, no eye rolls. So, who's to say? Dave Little Toaster says, is that Krim improved and then added some eye rolls? But he added them late.
Definitely not.
And also, it wasn't Krim. Krim didn't put the eye rolls, so who's to say? There's a 7, though. It's a Surgeon Special. The Kilf says, I don't know, he checked it out. Which, in my book, is all that matters. It doesn't matter the route you go, as long as you finish it. Slinger says, defiantly, not how you do it, but it worked. He is defiant about it. Oh, Yoda JMU finally came in and says, here's your damn eye rolls, bitch. There's an 80 from DeGrubs. But he's late, and he didn't do it when it happened, so it doesn't count. There's 85 from the Jig. You can't just come in later.
I can't hear you down there in that lower division. Sorry.
Oh, the savagery. 27 from DeGrubs. Is it in? I can't tell where the third is. Oh, it's only an 85. I thought there was a sweat, but he was just above.
It was close.
Everyone was like, damn, zing, oof, boom. 81. Yoda JMU says, Cali Kid took out 83 with a treble 19, double 13, pop, pop from Max Tilt. Hey, sounds like perfect math to me. Checked it out. 60 from the Jig. Puts him on a finish of 138.
Not what I wanted.
And 43 on a bogey. Jig 138. Well, it's the most off you could be.
Correct. Leaving a good one, too. Awesome.
Wow, wow, wow. 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 Well, looks like 65. DeGrubs will set him up at 100. Jig 98. Well, 44 looks like scored. I think that third is in the corner. Can't tell. Yeah, 44. Jig, DeGrubs at 100. It's off. It's actually like super off too. Two for tops. And he uses the marker game shot in the leg to the Jig. Another one. Breaks and then holds. 14 tops. Jig takes it out, attempting to win as many legs as he can now. Can he make it a 5-4? We will find out as the last leg. DeGrubs.
Nasty deflection.
That is a crazy deflection. Criminal would never get that. DeGrubs has the darts. Game on. There's a 60 from DeGrubs. Yeah, if the Criminal was playing, that deflection would have somehow landed in the, 11. That's, that is the level of deflection luck he has. There's a 15 though from the jig. P. Brown says, if it goes, it's good math. And he goes, no. Get it? Because he's getting jiggy with it? Jay took that like, yeah, 28. Slow start to both of these players on this final leg.
Jesus.
And looks like a 47 from DeGrubs. So having a time of it, but not as bad as the jig. Oh, I take that back.
Excuse me?
I said I take that back. There's a ton.
That's a ton 20, dude.
Oh, he found tops with that.
That's Shanghai.
Oh, wow, he Shanghaied it. He said, I'm gonna make that a real broadcast booth jinx there. He didn't like the trash talk. There's a 59 from DeGrubs. Piss2 says, Jig never gives up. Never back down. Tell me what movie I'm quoting.
Yeah, sometimes.
And then he follows it up with a 26.
Yep.
And, what? What was that? It looks like 85 from DeGrubs. Yeah, that dart was just sitting on top of that wire. Your dad's Jeff, don't worry, there was no breakfast question in the second match, so. You didn't even answer the first breakfast question. There is 36 from the jig. Looks like a 45 from DeGrubs. Put him on the 164. Jig needs some big darts here. Well, definitely not the big darts. Only 21 scored. So look at all those throws with a ton 20 mixed in. Ton 24 or ton 64 DeGrubs. It's on. And it's off. He was going the treble 19 bullseye route. He got the first one, which was true. We'll end up with a 80 scored, but a great first dart at a great attempt. 45 from the jig, still outside. DeGrubs 84, plenty of darts. Oh wow, need 20 to leave tops, but hits a 5, 29 scored. Meow. Meow. That's 27.
27.
That's 27. He's still out. DeGrubs 55. Oh, he wants double 5. He's not able to find the double 5 for himself. Hit a treble accidentally with the first, so instead of tops, had to hit next door.
Yeah.
Speaking of, there's double 5 because Jig's being cheeky.
At 34.
34 score. Will he 149? DeGrubs. Wow, continuing to go straight for it. Afraid to dip low, so shooting way high. 149 jig. It's off. Oh, wow. 30, I think, ended up being scored. DeGrubs still sitting at 10. This time he'll go inside with the first. Double team. Goes outside with the last, giving Jig some chances here. Sitting at 119. Oh, he won't be able to check it out.
Oh, 19 first, yep. Oh, well.
Where's Krim when you need him?
Mm.
There's Pitts 2 with the eye rolls. Looks like a 26 score. DeGrubs looking at 4. And he'll manage to walk it in, uses the third game. Shot and the leg to DeGrubs. Denies Jig a more massive comeback, but a 6-3 victory for DeGrubs, which was leading in a different direction in the very beginning. DeGrubs does manage, though, to get those 6 legs. So we go to the post-game interviews. And we'll go straight over to the Jig. Let me adjust the camera here so you're more centered up. Jig, coming into this match, obviously A has been a battle for you, but you're doing pretty well to keep yourself in the game. DeGrubs, one of the more mid-upper players in the A division coming into this matchup. What were your expectations? What were you thinking leading in?
No real expectations. I mean, I just wanted to play not bad and not get swept. I feel like I did pretty okay tonight. I feel like his level is not what it usually is. Yeah, it was just, I don't know. I'm drunk.
I wish I was. No, Jig. Obviously, in the beginning, very close cricket legs. It got to the point where in the second leg, you had the lead, and that massive turn on the 15 suddenly DeGrubs, and in both legs, you're forced to the bull, having to race back from it, doing pretty well. Sort of talk to us about that mindset to keep yourself pushed forward, and sort of the how well you're doing on the bull when you were.
Well, obviously you want to win every leg. No one wants to give one up, and I was I have to hit this now, and I think I hit that 4-goal turn, and yeah, it's I'm not gonna give a leg up. I'm not gonna just lay down, but yeah, I don't know. It was a very combative 2 legs of cricket, I'll say.
It was definitely combative. It was an exciting one. It kept going back and forth. You talk about not laying down. It clearly showed in the 501. You saw, I think even Pitts 2 said you never give up. You got to that portion where you are down by, what is this, maybe 5-0, 4-0. You started coming back. Opportunities being granted your way. What does that do for your level of play? Did you feel more confident as you continued forward, and did you feel any improvement during that moment?
Yeah, definitely. If you can hit a few big scores in a row, even if someone's way ahead, and then you think you make the double, and I did in those couple legs. I think I doubled pretty well tonight. Scoring was terrible. Everything else was terrible, but I just want to hang in. Yeah, I feel like I did okay tonight in terms of that. But yeah, it's just you're never. In A, you're never out of a match because you belong there, and you can still play, and everyone knows that too. So,
yeah, no, I mean it's definitely true. I mean, no matter what, it's a regular season. You never let up. No matter what, every leg counts, and they're crucial. They're crucial during the entirety of the season. So definitely great mental fortitude to continue to push through. Tomorrow, you got me. I believe we scheduled it for tomorrow. You're like, oh, great. And so what are your expectations going into that matchup? What can you take from tonight to sort of prepare? Not much time, obviously, but sort of what's the shift? What's moving forward?
Sober up a lot because you're pretty good. That's it. I mean, I no, you never know what player you're going to get on a given night. So we'll see what happens tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to it, Jig. I hope you bring it. It's going to be a fun one. Jig, great comeback there to get those 3 legs, but still a tough loss, but great having you on, and good luck tomorrow and on the rest.
Thanks, bud. We'll see you there.
Thank you. I couldn't understand it. He slurred. He's like, you too. We'll go over to DeGrubs. DeGrubs, you managed the 6-3 win. You came in this match, some great battling in the cricket. Jig, obviously forcing you and pushing you the entire way. You had that moment in that second leg where you're pushed to the 15s. What kept the focus? And you hit a 6 mark followed by a 5 mark. What were your feelings there, and how did you use that to keep yourself going through the remainder of the cricket?
Yeah, my back was on against the wall there. I mean, I had to hit those counts just to have a chance. I mean, if I started off with a 4 count, he closes it and points, and he gets the lead on the bowl. When he showed the first match, he can hit the bowl. So it was just I had to do it then, and I did it.
You definitely did. It was quite the impressive comeback. But then we had a little momentum shift in the 501. While there were some good throws, some good legs, there were definitely some not so great, especially when it came down to the doubling tonight. Doubling was rather not your typical game, and a lot of opportunities you were giving to the jig. Wow, in the lead by a lot. So sort of talk us through that. What do you think was happening, and what were your thoughts during the whole way?
Quite frankly, I don't think I hit doubles that well in my 9 o'clock match. So it was one of those things that just weren't going. It happens.
So you're saying this is just one of those nights, right? There's no specific thing that you think would have led to that. It was just an off night.
Once you start missing 1 or 2, it starts getting in your head. So I missed a few. I seemed to get back on track, but they weren't there. And then of course I ended up on double 4, and that's never a good situation for me.
We did manage to at least take that final leg to at least push it to a 6-3 victory. Next week, you have the Nooch, who another bearded gentleman such as ourselves. I got to point that out. Obviously, has been playing incredibly well this season. He's going to be a tough one. We've seen the great darts from you. What do you need to bring out? What do you need to do to prepare for a tough match, an all-around tough one?
I've got Nooch next week, and then left hand the week after. So I just need leg wins. I mean, I have to keep myself up in the playoff if I want to get in the playoffs. So, tonight helped, but the next 2 nights are going to be pretty rough for me.
Well,
get up and get some wins.
That's all you can do. That's all that matters. DeGrubs, we wish you the best of luck. It's got you running into that little, just a tough run there towards the end as your final players. Like you said, yeah, it's what? Nooch, left hand, and then Shenandoah Slinger, almost similar to last season, where it could be a decider of who makes the playoffs or not. So that's going to be pretty exciting. Who makes these schedules? DeGrubs, tough darts a little bit here and there, but you managed the 6-3 win, so congratulations on that, and good luck to you the rest of the season.
Good cast, Dilly. Sorry, Rascal.